Very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Garena HoNTourSEA, and here with us today is going to be Cycle 3 Finals. And yes, it's between ORGE Esports and neos.mrr. This is Game 2, by the way, and I'm Babael. Joining me today will be Lark.
What's up, guys? Finals finally here to finally round up the final countdown. See what I did there? Anyways, we have ORGE Esports versus MRR. First time ever that I think MRR is making it into the final or the grand finals here, as ORGE Esports, who had the benefit of the doubt to just stay over at the third. I mean, not the third, the last spot there. Sitting prettily while the rest of the teams fight it out, and finally are gonna get into the action. They won game 1, by the way, so they're probably just gonna look to sweep the series trio.
Yep, I'm just hoping that they do sweep this trio, providing no form of any contest or any stuff like that, and to make sure that things are set straight and the record is correct, that they are ultimately the best in Southeast Asia, and they deserve to go DreamHack, by the way. But that being said, though, now their roster is completed with WTF, things are definitely very different right now, and the game 1 well underway here. The first phase banned heroes are going to be the Scout, Tempest, Fate, and Ophelia, being banned up by Orange there. The keeper is still pretty much alive in this game, but however, he is not picked up just yet. That's pretty questionable. ColorX deciding to ban the Scout and the Fate. I do believe that the ganking potential with the Fate on Orange is just too overwhelming. That's it. However, they will still have the ability to reprise their favorite carry, and that would be Sandrift. It may not be my favorite because I thought that Draconis is going to be a lot better on WTF. However, they have decided to go for Sandrift, and that would be very respectable. On MRR side, they do have the Engineer Pestilence, and on Hellborn, it's going to be Sandrift Bubbles.
Yeah, I mean, ORGE Esports, I do believe WTF has kind of rotated around his favorite carry heroes. Of course, he does still love the Angry Dragon, but Sandrift is probably being one of his most favorite played heroes currently now, as it's just a really strong ganking hero, especially once it hits at level 6. It's nice to see that Kiddo is going to get his bubble, so he's probably going to be soloing the mid lane over here. We all know that Kiddo, who for some reason gets annihilations on bubbles, is a really strong pickup for their team. But yeah, Legion team, they do have strong synergy there with the Pestilence and War Beasts, as well as the Engineers, so there's a decent amount of lockdown there defensively for that War Beast to just run around and auto attack this Hellburn team. But the thing is, there is that bubbles they're coming up from Hellburn, so that's a really nice pickup for them on top of that Sandwave, so they themselves have a lot of potential to easily destroy the heroes coming out from this Legion lineup.
Yeah, they can, and however, there's a War Beast on MR. We just saw how this hero decimated the impunity of squad yesterday. So I hope that ORGE Esports know what they're doing here. But they have already banned out the Ophelia, so it's pretty sure that they know the Ophelia plays a huge role in MR's lineup this cycle. That's it. However, they have not decided who's going to be the mid, and like you mentioned, also Rally is going to be really good. Bubbles could also go to the mid, but now they're gonna go with a Kraken pickup, and that is very respectable. It could be played by Nkilla in the off lane. It can also be played by Kiddo in the mid lane. So either way, it still provides a lot of versatility. The problem with Kraken is that the splash hits a shit ton of damage, so that's why it's gonna help in his laning phases, as well as the fact that his ulti is very strong.
Yeah, definitely, and I do believe that Kraken should be more or less played in that offlane role because he just offers that much more, and he has the ability to escape no issues. As if I'm not mistaken, like Kiddo has really good game sense when it comes to playing his bubbles. He knows when to set up the kelp field and when to go in. So would actually like him to be on that bubbles, as they do kind of need him as more of the initiator kind of role. Whereas Kraken, just being played in the side lanes by Enkindler should be pretty alright. Of course, Kraken just a really good hero. If Bubbles gets a huge kelp field off into a release to Kraken, that could be very devastating. They're right-clicking Revenor, but I don't think they're going to be picking it up because that's just not a hero that they should probably go for. They just need that support and a jungler if they want to go for it. They can even still go for the Keeper of the Forest, depending on whether or not it's going to be banned out in the second banning stage.
Yep, and yeah, it's gonna be pretty okay. The banned heroes, however, is gonna be a Luna, Hack, as well as a Magmus. Magmus, definitely a very strong hero. Gonna be banned by Team Legion, so that means that Hellborn will not have to milk it. I don't believe that they are actually gonna run a Magmus in this game, so a little bit of a non-relation there. However, Dampier is pretty much related. Dampier on MR yesterday was also a smashing hero, so that is something that we want to make sure that doesn't happen again today, or rather, ORGE Esports gonna be really careful with that. They're also going to be at the rally, I don't find rally relevant anyway. Again, I'm not really sure what Color X is trying to hit at here, but it seems like only their Luna seems a bit relevant because Team Hellborn, you know, they've got no support just yet. However, I know that Mr. Ghost runs a favorite Glacius, so it could be the Glacius pickup. It could also be a Pyromancer. We don't know just yet. However, again, so many however, the bans are not targeted at those heroes.
And as a support, I do believe Hellborn can still pick up the Master of Arms that will tie in very nicely with. Unfortunately, it's gonna be snapped up there by this Legion team. So the like you always mentioned, the dual guns from the Wild Wild West, Engineer, Master of Arms gonna be there on Legion lineup. That just means there's a lot of aggression because Engineer, Master of Arms can set up a lot of kills together with this roaming Pestilence, and that will free up space for Warbeast to get a lot of farm on himself, and he will be able to be a force to be reckoned with once he gets that Shrunken Head Abyssal Skull. As for the Hellborn team now, they're gonna go for Dead Glacius like you nicely mentioned. Mr. Ghost really loves that hero. That's some decent and good lockdown there coming out from himself, especially in the early start of the game. Can rotate around and set up some kills very easily. He does have that glacial downpour, if I'm not mistaken, that's what it's called. Yeah, the glacial downpour that can tie in really nicely on top of Kraken and Bubble's ultimate, so he will have that at least to work with. Currently now they just need to worry about the secondary support or or whether it's going to be jungle role. There is still the keeper, but I don't think Shui really likes a keeper jungle. I don't think it's necessarily one of his stronger played heroes or just heroes in general that he likes to use. But he's gonna go for he's shadow picking right here, Hammerstorm. It could be a possibility, as they could always do run that more or less that tri-lane over there, like Cracking Glaciers and Hammerstorm. There will be decent amount of kill potential there for them, but I don't think that's necessarily the best choice going into this game. They can go for a lot of other range supports as the what do you call this, as the secondary support over there, but we're just gonna have to wait and see.
Yep, and yeah, it's nice to see that the Pestilence is being picked out on Team Legion with the Ra also, so that's gonna be something to work with for them coming up from the second picking phase here. Definitely a Moon Ra or Cheat1X. I'm not expecting him to go to the mid lane. We've seen this before. Pestilence being played by O70, he is gonna rotate to the mid lane. Moon Ra should be looking at a, I don't know, man. He should be looking at a tri-lane, correct? A tri-lane with both Bomb Rusher Pole and Color X, and we would be expecting us. But again, they're switching our heroes around a little bit. Not really sure what's gonna be hit at here, but I was expecting Duke to be playing the Warbeast. However, it seems like he is gonna be playing as the Pestilence. And on the flip side, though, on Hellborn team, it's gonna be Witch Slayer, and that's what I like about it because once you see a no jungle role on Team Orange Esports, you know that they are so much more comfortable. I like how they play the dual support, a lot more aggression in that. Also the case that they are always on the ball, early game, making sure that lots of ganks are happening. So that's the way Orange should be rolling, not no longer the jungle meta. That's something that they should keep their eyes on. Do know they ran the jungle against MRR in round number 15 of the G League round robin stages, cycle 3 of course, and they did miserably bad, to be honest.
Yeah, it's just a little bit of misplays and miscommunications, I believe, coming out from Orange Esports part over there. But yeah, just picking up that Witch there means even much more aggression with that Glacius. There's a lot of stun lockdown coming out from Hellborn team right now. Of course, they don't have the stun just yet on Bubbles. He's gonna need to reach that level 6, but he will reach that fairly quickly because he will be soloing that mid lane. They will go for a straight up tri lane, I do believe, at the bottom with this Kraken, Glacius, and Witch Slayer, and have this Sandrift just go, stay at the top unless they decide to rotate around either the Glacius or Witch Slayer over there at the top lane. But I don't think that's really gonna be seen. Maybe they can just go for a straight up try versus try, and I think that their combination might have a decent amount of output damage, although the tri-lane coming from Legion team is pretty damn strong. But it is gonna mostly tie into the fact of whether or not that Path of Destruction is gonna hit, so a lot of positioning will play into a factor for this tri-lane coming from this Legion lineup.
Yep, that's right, and that's it. Well, Legion's going to be looking at addressing the Hellborn lab so early on in the game. However, they have to take note that there is a Sand Wraith, and Sand Wraith has just got the ability to just gang as well as farm insanely with Mirage on. So that's something that they need to keep their eye out for. Kraken also will be dealing a lot of early game pressure, so that's something that they will also have to address. However, I know that Munra will have the ability to go in quickly with the Puff of Destruction, and that's going to mean a lot of damage.
yeah, I mean, he's such a very strong hero, and he farms exceptionally fast. But the problem with him is that he gets himself into the thick of danger. So it's like I don't always agree on raw pickups, but MR has shown the power of it in the past, especially being played by Bomb Rusher Paul. Although this time around, it is going to be played on that mid hero over there when Cheeto 1X. They're gonna take a straight up tri lane at the top. So I definitely do believe there should be some rotation coming from Orange Esports. Hopefully they will change it up right off the bat, because if not, Sandreef will have a really tough time at this top lane. He will get easily locked down from the stuns coming from both Master of Arms and Engineer and this Amun-Ra.
Yep, that's right. And well, the question really is coming from MR. They have Duikyu on Pestilence. Does it mean that it's going to be a carry pasty, or is O7T going to be playing as the Warbase, going to be going the carry route?
I believe Duikyu can easily go for that carry role. Pestilence carry is just really strong, and it allows them to, like, having, like, usually you want to get a carry that can sustain you towards the late game, but with a lineup like Legion team, it's actually pretty good to put Pestilence in that carry role, because he does still kind of play like that mid initiation role. But the thing is, having that War Beast means that they will have the carry potential at the late game, and War Beast should have no issues at all reaching the late game, because there's so much early game presence coming up from this Legion lineup. You have the Pestilence stun, and knowing Duikyu playing that carry role, he should farm really fast and pick up that portal key. And then you'll see the initiation follow-up coming up from Cheeto 1X and Bomb Rush Ball and Color X, and knowing, like, we saw this combination before, where Cheeto 1X and Duikyu, they just get portal keys and set up for kills all across the map.
Yep, exactly. And that being said, I'm thinking right now that Pestilence being playing the carry role will be somewhat a little bit more exciting to see. Yep, he's gonna go to the mid lane, and we will have O7T go down south. That's gonna be okay. The Warbeast should be pretty fine against the entire Hellborn team coming its way. It would be pretty scary to see a gang go on right about now, but anyway, we're gonna take this opportunity to talk about the teams as well as players. On Team Legion, we got New Legion MR, and we have Color X. He's gonna be your Master of Arms. Engineer being played by Bomb Rusher Paul, his fellow gun counterpart there. Cheetah 1X is gonna be your Amun-Ra. We got Duikyu, also known as Duikyu. He is gonna be your Pestilence. Last but not least, we got O7T V1. He's gonna be the Warbase. That's it on Team Hellborn. We got Orange Esports all the way from Malaysia, and yep, this is the first time in the hot seat wanting to pick the win. Sorry, second time. The first time was up against a little bit of the, if I'm not MR as to why. Yeah, that was Cycle 2. Anyway, Mr. Ghost Top Triller is going to be your drafter today, and he's going to be the Glacius. Kiddo is going to be the Bubbles, reprising his favorite role. WTF is going to be your carry, and that's the Sandreef. Sifril, also known as Endkiller, is going to be your Kraken. Last but not least, Sui there is going to play as the duo support, and that would be the Witch there.
Yep, and right off the bat, you see the tri-lane is going to go to the top, so there will definitely be some quick rotation coming up from Orange Esports. I don't think they had spotted it out just yet, because they have not been able to have any vision of that. They definitely should look towards rotating around a couple of heroes, because Sandreef will definitely get no farm at all, because this is a straight up tri-lane, so they're gonna go for full aggressive mode, and I definitely think that it's much more important for Orange Esports to do the rotation, because this War Beast, yeah, you're gonna lock him down in the early game, but the thing is, Hellborn's lineup really relies on Sandreef as well.
Yeah, they should know that something's not right when they see a Warbase down south here, and they should quickly just leave this lane, let Bubbles do his work against the Warbase, and let Mr. Ghost do the rotation. Try to go up north to rotate against them, but however, again, it's gonna be pretty scary, because Mr. Ghost has only got Ice Imprisonment, which has got a stun, but Sandreef has got no stun, whereas they are up against 3 members of Team Legion that's got perfect good stun. Overcharge shot coming from the Master of Arms, also is the CAC, and last but not least, Amun-Ra's Puff of Destruction. That's a very good AoE stun plus a good point stun to start off the fight.
Yeah, you see already that Ra is clearing up the tree so that they can set up for a nice gank here for WTF. So he needs to be really careful, and there needs to be some rotation already now happening. I'm not sure. Okay, so the thing is, right now they're more or less concerned about winning the 2 lanes here, which is both the bottom and the mid. And here goes a stun, actually.
Yeah, a little bit of a stun to harass, but it should be just fine. And yeah, back to a point.
Yeah, just coming back to a point about the, if they lock down mid and bottom, then they will still be able to secure this game, because eventually it will lead up to some space for Sandray to pick up farm elsewhere. You see massive arms already. With that word of sight being placed by Bomb Rusher Paul, gonna spot out Sandray, so Sandray just really forced out position. I think he's just gonna go ahead and take a small camp, or probably just run all the way to the bottom right now.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty possible, but of course very healthy rotation coming from Orange Esports, and that's what we look to see, flexibility in team fights rather in games like this. However, again, the great Fiat is going to land quickly on 07 TV1, and Warbase in a little bit of a tight spot right now. The miniaturization is going to be used, a little bit of body blocking coming up from Kiddo, doing a really good work there. It's going to be the Bloodlust going for Kiddo. Unicorn's going to say hi. That's it, the mid lane is going to be Kraken against Pasty, and Kraken having a bit of trouble. Invisible Engineer, they don't know that, but Kraken's going to land a quick torrent there, and maybe even Sarif ganking a level 2. This is a complete new meta here, but the Engineer is going to land a quick hack. Graveyard is going to land on him. Also, Ice Imprisonment, that's going to be a dead Engineer if it goes on there, and it's going to be done. Witch Slayer is taking a little bit of damage. He's going to pay the price, however. It's okay, because Witch Slayer is just a support. That's it. Kraken should be looking at a last hit kill here. He's going to get it.
Double tap!
Yeah, really nice. Actually, Glacius actually gets that.
Yeah, Glacius got it.
Really good aggression coming from Orange Esports. That's what they needed in this game. Because of that, now it just opens up a lot of space for them to rotate around their heroes. And you see Legion lineup is kind of like, oh crap, okay, we just got like killed a whole bunch, and oh, here we go, middle lane.
Yeah, mid lane, a little bit of engagement happening against Sarif. A lot of trouble here, but the Kraken comes in with a big tsunami charge to try and make something happen. Sarif pops the Desert's Curse, but he's definitely going to pop back a little bit extra. But do note, Sarif should not be in this lane. There's no level here, there's no farm here for him, and he needs a lot of farm. And on the flip side, you got a Moonra that's just farming insane amount of gold right now. Let's look at the CS. That's going to tell us a different story. Well, Moonra is already at 22 crit kill. Sarif very far behind, only about 1. That's like 10 kilometers back. And on the flip side of this entire map, we got Bubbles doing pretty good farm, about 1410, and Warbase about 5. So it's pretty okay. I'm not saying it's too bad, but you should always keep a Moonra in check, because that's the kind of hero that will snowball so much.
Yeah, definitely. And I gotta say this, that those 3 kills really changed the pace of the game. Oh, look at this. He actually doesn't take the refreshment. Interesting.
He's going to go up north here to try and address the Moonra. Moonra's going to be a lot of trouble there. Maybe even Desert Skill's going to be used here first. The Ice Imprisonment second. It seems like the Graveyard Stun is going to be third here. Moonra looking for extra space, but he gets taken care of. WTF winning back his lane. A little bit of extra space for him to farm. He should be level 4 after this entire creep wave or the next one. That should be pretty good.
Yep. Orange Esports, man, making the right rotations, really well done by them. That just opens up even much more space already. You see, Glacius has his Striders, that's huge because now he has the mobility presence.
Mid lane, Flyman gang happening here, a little bit extra Ice Imprisonment happening behind. The Cactus can connect, Pasty looking for quick impalement. There's Fog Lightning coming out also, but a Tsunami Charge is going to make sure that a big fat Kraken will get away safely. Glacius trying to pursue matters a little bit too much here. There's a little bit extra potting. Here comes Kiddo, Shouts up today. It's going to go in quickly, and maybe this HoNTourSEA is going to be used to pick up the kill on Colorex. That's going to be 5-1 already. Looking for more. Pasty is going to try to hold them back a little bit with the Impale. Even the Cac's going to be deployed here, but however, Kiddo does have a shell slip up in the next 2 seconds, and that's going to be a dead bug again, and he's going to have a double tap. That's going to be good. His event going to be looking for the hat trick. Even the last hit there is going to be done. The taunt comes out. It's a hat trick for Kiddo. What a play it is, this guy. No kid he is.
Whoa.
I kid you not.
Big freaking, sorry. I wanted to say fucking, but yeah, big plays right there. Holy damn, man.
Anyway.
Yeah, man, Orange Esports. Woo! I love that aggression. Really nice plays coming out by them. Man, Kiddo, man, that presence of mind to, like, you know, I know I'm gonna get this kill with this final attack, so let me just go ahead and chase down this bloody engineer over there and quickly you know, mop up the kill. So really well played coming out from Orange Esports right now. That's 7 kills to 1 already. They are so far ahead in this game, and they're making a lot of space for our Sandray, who is sitting at about 226 gold per minute right now, and he has boots as well, so he's doing decently fine. He will reach level 6 soon, and that will just mean even that much more aggression. Man, I gotta say, currently now, MVP is definitely Kiddo, who's making the big plays and, you know, forcing a lot of team fights for his team to open up that space.
If you got 3 kills in the early stages of this game playing as a Bubbles, definitely you're gonna have the big play. That being said, however, the bottom lane again, speaking about the Bubbles, Kiddo is going in for an extra kill, but it's gonna go to Mr. Ghost that time. That's okay. That's okay. Still a kill. Set up by him very nicely. So, I mean, don't fight for kills within your team right now. It's okay. As long as the Warbase goes down, it's perfectly fine. We still should take note that Warbase only level 5, not level 6 just yet, so no Metamorphosis. He should be okay. And on the mid lane, it's going to be a lot of aggression coming from that Kraken that's looking for a quick level 6. Pesty already hitting level 6, Kraken still at level 5.
Yeah, that's still fine because at least Kraken has his bottle and his boots. Once he gets that level 6 ultimate, then it's gonna be even much more scarier. If it wasn't already as scary. I mean, just having that tsunami charge, splash, and torrent ability is just so damn good. And don't forget, man, I've played Rift Wars before, and a double splash skill is just pretty freaking OP, especially on a range hero. But yeah, enough about that. Which layer has his boots delivered, so that means his mobility is even
going in mid lane there. Kraken ulti is gonna be used. That's a big takoyaki in the mid there. And yes, Ricky in a lot of trouble. He's gonna Impale's gonna come up, but it doesn't matter anyway. It's gonna be a good kill there, making things work. It seems like level 6 Sandray. When did he get level 6? That's the question though. And it seems like the engineer's gonna try and suicide to the Ancient. It's a very cheap way. Yep, but it doesn't work.
They're even gonna get this. They're even gonna get Ancients right now. This is
just
so good.
draw them to the triple stack. It could be good or bad because here comes a Moonra to try and make something happen. The Ignite is gonna go off. It's gonna be a very low health point center if he's gonna try to run away as much as he can. There's already a Ghost Marches up on that one. The rest of his members are gonna try and pick off that. The triple stack Ancient, and he's gonna do a little bit extra juking, but Seraph is definitely going down here.
Yeah, just so unfortunate. Kraken might actually pay with his life. Oh, this could actually look really bad for Orange. Here we go.
Yep, seems like Witchler, it doesn't have enough mana left. He would possibly be going down. Yes, it seems like it's gonna be sure for now. Yep, he is going down, and that's it. On the flip side, Kido comes into play a little bit too late here. It's 4-10, not like they lost a lot, just a total of 3 kills. That's okay. They also got the stacked Ancient, so that's gonna be pretty good for them. And that's it. The Kek is gonna miss, and that will signal the end of the entire engagement.
That was actually really well played by Kido. He actually used the Shell Surf not to set up for initiation, but more like to snipe out the triple stack Ancients. Actually, I feel like Orange Esports, they actually won more out of that, even though they lost those heroes in the exchange. Because the thing is, they used up a lot of TPs to come back mid. They got the 3 kills. They didn't wipe out the entire team. Kido is not slowing down at all. Got even much more farm. They stole triple stack Ancient, so that's really huge for them. Like the gold that they earned from that kind of you know, makes up for that loss in death right there. And look at Sandrift again. Here we go.
Oh, wow, he's gonna snatch away that chem there. It seems just fine. Warby is gonna chicken out of that one. Here's gonna be the he's gonna pop his ulti and run away. That's the best he can possibly do at this stage in time. However, here comes the Witch Lair looking for a quick stun onto the Moonra. Is it gonna be possible though? The range doesn't seem to be sweet or in his favor, so he's gonna pull back a little bit. It's gonna be fine again. Mid lane, it's gonna be level 6 Kraken now. Already have the Kraken's ulti already up, and that should be pretty good. If he puts forth another big Kraken ulti, they should be looking at another easy kill here. Witchler's gonna rotate to the mid lane a little bit. He's gonna spot out his Master Arms, and it's gonna be able to land the Griffin stun really easily. The Tsunami charge is gonna be affected. It will not end in a stun, but that's okay. It's gonna be a 200 smack slam face. That's all the words that can come up my mouth right there.
Yeah, that was just like, you can't do anything. Like, you have so many stuns. You have the Ice Imprisonment, you have the Hex, sorry, not Hex Miniaturize, you have the Graveyard stun. You can't really get out of that stun rotation coming from Hellborn lineup. That's just really good rotation coming from Hellborn team right now. Sandray, he is still getting a lot of farm.
Oh, mid lane, Witchler's trying to make something happen here. Torrent, the Torrent is gonna be used rather. Splash, or Torrent, yeah, Torrent, yeah. Engineer is gonna go down, and here comes Pesty. Pesty is hasted, but Pesty is a little too late, even if he's hasted. That's okay. Yep, they're gonna deward also the Water of Wrath there.
That damage, man, like Kraken just slaps you in the face and you're dead. Like that splash, man, is so good on top of that Torrent, and that's only level 1 Torrent, by the way. Bottom lane.
Top lane is fine. Also, Sandrift's okay. You know, bottom lane, it seems like it's not gonna be good for Kido now. It's gonna try around it, but Pestilence is still gonna be hot pursuit. Or not. They are gonna give up indeed. Kido is gonna be fine. Don't worry about that bubbles there. He will not be made soup today. And we do have Master of Arms doing a lot of work. He's gonna try and come back here to reinforce the rest of his teammates. All 4 members of Team Legion MR already at the bottom lane, trying to knock off this tier 1, but still have relatively full health here. And the pot's just coming in real hot. Engineer's gonna land a quick kick. That's just on time. Kraken is taking it back a little bit. That should be fine again. But the Silver Bullet is gonna take care of the Engineer.
I mean, the amount of ponies in this game is just too damn high. But yeah, top lane.
Yep, they need a little bit of help here, but they don't have enough homecoming stone. I don't think they do. Seraph is gonna be fine nonetheless. Amunra by himself should not have any leeway in that. That's it. Glacius now is gonna try and hunt, or rather spy out to see if there's anyone in this area. He will also land to Water of Wrath to try and block out their jungle camps. It seems that Orange Esports is doing whatever they can to block out Illusion MRR's farming space here. They are trying to put for a little bit of aggression down at this tier 1 at the bottom lane. They will get it done, and they will also block out the jungle so that they will not have, as in Legion will not have much of a space to farm after this.
Yeah, it's just, again, like, they're getting map control, they want the lane so hard, they're in such a good advantage right now. Orange Esports, everything is looking in favor, and by God, man, Mr. Ghost is sitting at 300 gold per minute as compared to his secondary support counterpart, there, Shui. But that's mainly because he got a lot of kills with the support. Here we go, top lane.
Sandrift in a little bit of trouble there. He's going to be just fine because the bot's going to come in quickly. 1-2, and Orange is here to stay. Here comes Mr. Ghost. He does have the Strider, so if he runs, dedicates his passion to running, he should be able to catch up. But he will not do that. And that's gonna be okay. They are gonna back away fine, and Sandrift is gonna be still alive, so that's good news there. Meanwhile, Witchler mid lane is gonna face off with a Pesty as well as a Engineer combo, but again, they are not gonna make you work because they know that there is a Kraken coming out from the upstream.
Just really good plays coming out from Orange right now. You see Bubbles already has Portal Key as well, and he's constantly farming bottom lane with double damage bottled up, so definitely look towards a gank when that's gonna be popped soon. And he has a homecoming stone, so he can easily set up for a gank at mid if they decide to try to go onto this Kraken here. So like everything's working in favor right now for Orange Esports. They're not addressing this Bubbles, which is kind of surprising to see that, since he is kind of like the initiation factor for this Hellburn lineup and counter initiation. Look at Glacius and Wishley, man, holy shit.
Oh, they're just so close there. They will see Bomb Rusher Paul and maybe a blind stun today, but no, not gonna land it there. The push is gonna be held back, and it seems like the tier 1 is still gonna stand at over 70% health.
Yep, top lane, Bomb Rusher Paul, and not Bomb Rusher Paul, sorry. Cheetah 1X is just so, you know, soaking up a lot of farm as soon as possible. Already level 10. Of course, Sandrift didn't have the best lanes. He's actually, okay, he's gonna dodge that one. But he's gonna get his Energizer soon. And he's just waiting for the rest of, like, that's the power of Sandrift. If you just stay in lane, yeah, sure, they're gonna block you out. You just wait, you stay in your tower, farm creeps when it gets close to you, and then when there's a team fight, boom, pop in, pick up the kill, get more gold and experience, and yeah, suddenly you're way ahead of this.
Hellhound's gonna spot out this Glacius here. He's gonna get ganked, and the Fog Lightning goes out. Impale's gonna go to, and Mr. Ghost is gonna be a ghost now.
No, there goes the legendary streak. That's just really unfortunate. That's actually a lot of gold going do I kill his way, and that's gonna secure his portal key pickup right there, as you can see. And that's really huge for MRR because now they can be the aggressors. They can set up for a lot more ganks, but you gotta still remember. Oh wow, okay, that Kraken illusion's super tanky. Holy shit! But yeah, once the thing is, you have to keep in mind is that Bubble still has that portal key initiation and counter initiation effectiveness, so you gotta be very careful as to when you want to initiate onto the heroes coming from Orange Esports. Knowing, especially since that Orange Esports, they're the kind of team that, you know, they play really well in terms of like their coordination and team fight. They can easily back up each other very quickly.
Yeah,
they're gonna get tier 1 at mid, and yeah.
The only good thing that's coming out for Team Illusion MR right now is because well, we do have Cheetah 1X onto the Amunra that's having pretty good farm, about 300 plus, 350 plus GPM, and that he is also doing a good job controlling the Sandrift. Because don't forget, while all of this is happening, it's more or less going to be just a 4-man gank, 4-man push, 4-man aggression, and if it's needed, Sandrift can come in with the Mirage. However, if it's not needed, he is going to be farming at the top lane, or rather the Hellborn jungle, which is going to be going into his favor very soon.
They're trying to set up some aggression at the top lane. Ra has the Shaman's Headdress and Helm of the Black Legion already completed. Pestilence probably gonna look towards ganking the Sandwraith soon because Bra is still in the vicinity with him. Oh, this could be very bad for Sandwraith. They don't have any ward to spot this out. He is in a bad spot right now. Even Master Farms is coming into play right here. I don't think it's really as necessary for him to be up here. But yeah, Sandwraith, he has that map presence. He knows that, okay, yeah, something's up. I'm gonna, you know, stay fairly back because there's 3 heroes missing from the map. There is something going down. He does at least spot up the engineer going towards that ancient, so he knows that, yeah, they're probably gonna set up for a gank on me. As for the Hellburn team, they're just gonna put more aggression at this tier 2 at the bottom lane, and yeah, just make up for a trade. And if you look at it right now, Legion team is wasting a lot of time trying to set up a gank with this Sandwraith, and they're not getting anything done. Kraken, in fact, even now, trying to back off himself, so he knows as well that, yeah, something could be happening right here.
Yep, and the map presence, as in the presence of mind, is completely out of the scale for Orange Esports. They know exactly what's going on without much wards in those areas. That said, they do spot out the engineer at the mid lane, and that's okay. They are also going to pursue matter down top because they know that there is no one in this vicinity. They have pretty much taken over the entire Legion jungle. Here comes Glacius as well as Kraken. Are we going to see a little bit of engagement? It's still yet to be seen. The War Beast is here, 07TV1. He doesn't have the best of games. Only 190 GPM. That's a little bit sad to see. They are not, I'm pretty sure that they are not going to engage them because the Ward of Sight by Mr. Ghost is going to spot out all 3 members at level 6, level 6, and level 8. So they are just waiting out here, and they don't know that there is also Ward of Sight by ColorX, and that they already know that the Kraken is there. And down goes the big cack, and here comes the Sandrift. Is he going to pot out? That's the question. He is going to come in, and he will be here looking for a little bit of engagement space. However, the energy field is going to box out most of RNG spots, and he's going to try and back away right now. Keto is going to get a kill on 07TV1. That's fair to see. Shouts of them mainly did the work, and it seems like the Silver Bullet again is going to be used on ColorX.
I find it so hilarious every time when I see like, oh, one Silver Bullet, boom, you're dead. And but yeah, that's because
here comes Bomb Rusher Paul trying to make something happen. Ignite's going to be up there, but that Ice Imprisonment's going to lock him in space, and he's going to come back down here. Definitely he does have a second life, and he's going to come back. The slow is going to be affected, but they will not pursue Mary because that's all they want to win from that. Yeah, all of them no mana, in fact.
Yeah, they don't have that mana. So I gotta say that was actually a good, good trade-off for them as well. The only problem there was that Kiddo should have just at least, sorry, not Kiddo, and Kiddo should have actually just thrown out the Kraken ultimate before he died. There was a small, you know, timing zone in between the amount of stuns coming from this Legion, but still not the biggest of issues. If that Kraken ultimate had been you know, pressed out over there, I think they would have been able to pick up more kills. Here we go, middle lane again.
Yep, and mid lane right now, little engagement happening by a Kraken with the tsunami charge just flying out there. Really a top speed. Kraken ulti is also going to be used. Pesty is going to be slowed a little bit here, but he is going to be fine. Raid Master Skull is going to be called out here. Kiddo is going to change target because that's just too hard to kill. And in fact, going to pop up his Puzzle Ball Wizard. Oh, that's so cute. They're going to try and chase down this engineer. Going to have to be really careful. The Calpha is going to be used to pick up the kill. That's arguably okay because he should not be seeing at the next engagement really soon. Here comes the Pesty. Just chance on the turtle, and he's going to be able to just run away just fine. He does have Mad Hellhounds behind him.
Yeah, I actually like this puzzle box pickup. It's really good, especially against this War Beast and Pestilence. Like, you always want to have those abilities to burn mana against strength heroes with very little mana pool. So it's just really good pickup. I really like that, and it's also very effective against Ra because that means when he revives, he will be. It works differently now, where he will always revive even though he doesn't have that mana. But the thing is, his HP upon revival is really less. Like, I think it's only like, what, 10% of his maximum HP if I'm not mistaken at 0 mana, so it's just pretty effective. Like, as soon as he comes back, they're gonna instantly burst him down like right off the bat, and they have a lot of burst potential here coming up from Hellburn team. You have the Silver Bullet. In fact, Witch Slayer has a portal key now, so that much more better for this ganking potential coming from Hellburn team. If Sandwraith wasn't enough, and this Bubbles as well, now you have a Witch Slayer to deal with a portal key. So you can just imagine the amount of initiation that's gonna happen upon this Legion lineup. The Abyssal Skull is slowly in the works for War Beast. It's a little late, but once he gets that, at least he'll be able to farm a little bit faster and hopefully get his Shrunken Head so that he can help out in team fights. But you look at Pestilence, still doesn't have his Steam Boots finished, which is really unsettling to see. Yes, he does have his portal key, but he's gonna need he's gonna need to build towards more of like this auto attack, right click damage. Here we go. He's actually probably gonna.
Here comes the Witch Slayer, a 3-man big stun, and down goes the Kraken out there. That's gonna mop up every single one in the Legion team, or rather most of them. And it seems like now, well, Munra definitely does have the second half again, and he's going to come back quickly, but that should not be a trouble for Team Hellborn. They also mop it out. It's going to be a double tap WTF, and that's the carry. It's really scary. They're also going to get a double stack engine. Wow, really milking on the cash now, are we?
Yeah, they really are getting everything out of this, and if you saw in the previous team fight, not the best placements of Kraken Ultimate, but still they made it work, and again you saw the power of the puzzle box there. It quickly burned out the mana coming up from that Ra, and he couldn't do shit. Like, he revived with only 10% HP and died instantly. So really showing the prowess of that puzzle box there. I think that's, is that a level 2? No, it is a level 2 puzzle box. So he's gonna get level 3 puzzle box soon, and then after that can probably go for even something like a Cold Sheep Stick as his next primary item of lockdown choice. So it's gonna be really good
rune for him. Everything's going in his favor right now. He does want to kill this War Beast, but he needs backup. He's gonna pot back. Nope, he just wants to farm. That's okay. Really friendly now, Ari. Kiddo doing a lot of work in this game. Standing up at 6-0 and 6. He hasn't had a single time yet. And he does have insane GPM of about 480. In fact, even slightly higher than that of the carry for Team Orange Esports. That would be WTF. Standing up at 344. But don't worry, because he's definitely gonna get a very good amount of farm very soon. Now that he's completely unharassed by Team Legion at the top lane farming, he should be pretty good. That's it, a pot in from Bomb Rusher Paul as well as Pasty. This is the combo we've been talking about. But is it gonna work against the Kraken? He's just too goddamn tanky. And the Torrent is gonna be used out there, slowing the Moonra by a little bit. Here comes Kiddo. He wants this kill. He wants to kill the Moonra again because he knows that that's the highest level on Team Legion. The reverse tsunami charge is just so effective, and down goes a Moonra without a second health there, a second life. He does have a lot of time left on that cooldown for the ulti, so he will not be having that for that fight.
Yeah, man, that aggression is so damn good coming from Orange Esports. Is that a puzzle box tree? If I know, yeah, it should be.
It looks
right?
like
Yeah,
tree. They look full grown right now.
Yeah, that's just so good. They're gonna get Kong as well, so that's really, really nice for them. Wish they purchased a Bound Eye. What another awesome pickup for this Orange Esports team right now. Kraken has that Soul's Bulwark, so it's probably gonna finish up the Demonic Breastplate soon enough. Sandreef still hasn't been sitting on any items just yet. I'm actually surprised. He's actually wow. Okay, so he's holding up a 4K gold. I was like wondering why the hell he doesn't have any items, but probably gonna right click some huge item here. I don't think it should be that what is it called? The Mako Brilliance? Yeah, because it's not as effective. Maybe he just wants to have that because he doesn't want to he just wants to make sure that Pestilence and the rest of his gang can't jump on him with the portal keys, but I don't think that's worth the investment this late into the game. You can probably just go for right click auto attacks and a little bit more tankiness in this game right off the bat. So we're just gonna have to wait and see what item of choice he's gonna go for. But yeah, just holding up on a lot of gold right now, even with token, which means that he can just purchase that item and take a team fight with no worries about having to, you know, buy back or anything. Besides, they are the aggressors, so they don't really need to worry about anything like dying and buying back.
Yeah, the only problem with holding so much gold in the bank without any items is that the fact that you will be actually farming a little bit slower because your damage is ultimately a lot lesser. However, the good news is that your opponent don't know what's going on. And they will still be assuming that Sandreef doesn't have much farm, and once items come out, Sandreef is gonna be like, boom, surprise, and the game's gonna end.
You see, like, there's so much going in favor of Orange Esports that, at least that, like, okay, for Legion team, the best thing that's happening for them right now is that Warbeast is at least getting farm. Okay, it's gonna be that Mako Brilliance, by the way, from Sandreef, so don't really agree with the item pickup, but I guess he just wants more damage and the ability to just cancel out the Legion team. I think he needs something else instead of that, maybe even like a Shrunken Head, because he's only sitting at 1.1k HP, can easily get bursted down. But yeah, he's not as worried about being targeted because there's a lot of other people to target on this Hellburn lineup, and they have the initiation factor working for them, so that's the reason why he went for that Mako Brilliance effect there. So not too concerned about that. They're gonna get tier 1 top, and you see a quick port away from Rock. He just doesn't want to get caught up. But yeah, some signs of life for Legion right now is the fact that Warbeast is sitting on a Mighty Blade, and he's probably gonna get his Shrunken Head sometime soon. But he's gonna need that really, really quickly if they want to take any sort of like team fight in the next couple of minutes.
Yeah, and well, so far things are definitely working out well in the favor for Team Hellborn here. They are just in such a huge amount of lead, 17k goal lead here. And yeah, like I mentioned before, now with the Mako Brilliance, things are definitely going to shape up quickly for WTF, and it seems like Mr. Ghost here, it might be able to catch on some lucky kills. Color X, the Ward of Sight is going to be there, so they know what's going on. The pesty potting could be happening soon, and if it goes in quickly, this could be a good time to go in maybe.
Yeah, okay, here we go.
Yep, they're gonna catch Mr. Ghost or not. Again, thinking and still thinking and hesitating is gonna be the name of the game for Team Legion.
Yeah, they have to. I mean, like if they jump in too quick, the rest of the Hellburn team is gonna follow up really quickly because they have the portal piece.
Yep. That's it. Down south, it's gonna be Sandreef Illusion just pushing. And that again is a lot of work being done because of the Mako Brilliance. Do note that that's the main effect there. Meanwhile, mid lane, finally they're gonna collapse on each other. They pass a lot of trouble there, but Kiddo is gonna be just fine. Here comes the Warbeast. The HoN's gonna be able to try and catch him. However, he's gonna pot away quickly. And on the flip side, by the time he turned his head, Strays being the only one on Team Hellborn that died. The rest of them completely mopped out there. Duikyu goes down, Coloric goes down. Now even the Moonra Cheetah 1X will also go down. That's a 3-for-1 kind of a kill. And well, Kiddo just baited them really hard, and there we go, GG. Well played, it's gonna be called out here, and this game is more or less gonna be done.
Yeah, that was insane. insane, man. Like Orange Esports completely steamrolled MR in that game. Holy shit, look at that. Kido 7-0 and 7, already 500 gold per minute. You saw the Sadwraith who had a really tough time at the start, but is sitting at nicely at 424 gold per minute, second highest in the entire game, upon 5-1 and 7. So he actually did a pretty good job of not dying against that tri-lane aggression. The main problem there from MR was the fact that they didn't, they kind of gave up a lot of kills in the mid lane due to the ganks coming from Orange Esports, a little bit of misplays over there, and because of that, it kind of cracked their defenses there coming up from the tri-lane aggression. So they ended the aggression from the tri-lane at the top, opened up space for Sadwraith. The rest of the teammates just kept getting caught out from MRR, and Orange Esports just capitalized on their mistakes.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. And well, that being said, Orange Esports definitely just steamrolled the entire game there. Kiddo doing a lot of work, and I believe that he was the main reason why the game was somewhat resurrected in their favor. A little bit of a big statement to say that, but I'll back it up because he was the one that was ganking a lot. That hat trick that happened way early in the game gave the team a lot of goal lead. Also, the fact that Kiddo had the entire map unlocked for his team. Kraken was doing a lot of good work. However, Kraken was more or less a tank and going in. He does also have the Soul's Walk by the time the game ended, so that's pretty good in tanking perspective. And his main job really is to use the Tsunami Charge, the Torrent, and to just smack people in the faces with a big anchor. Last but not least, to make sure that he has got a Kraken ulti release, and that's the main role of the Kraken. Whereas for Kiddo, there's a lot of mobility there. You saw how he baited that Warbase all the way out. Warbase was like, I'm gonna have to kill these bubbles today, and he just chased. While he was chasing, what happened throughout the entire team fight was that the rest of his team members was just completely taken care of and addressed by the rest of Orange Esports. So that's something that you're gonna have to pay close details to. That's it. That will be game number 2 between Orange Esports as well as Neolution MR. One more game and Orange will win the cycle tree, the entire cycle tree, yes. And that will also mean that they will for the first time win an entire cycle. That's gonna give them 4k points and make sure secure their upper bracket spot for the G League Finals, or rather for the HoNTourSEA Southeast Asia Finals. That said, this is Babael. We is Lark. We'll be bringing you Game 3 real soon. We hope you guys stay with us and hope you guys enjoy the cast. See you guys in the show. Bye bye.